This book pretty much feels that it is like one overstretched episode of a Indian serial. We are promised Indian crime thriller and lacked two major concepts, and that was thriller and there was no crime. A story about love, friendship, family, marriage, and crime. Well, this is what this book has actually promised me before I tried to read this. But here today I am to completely rant about it, maybe because it didn't stand to my way of expectations, which I have expected from this author, that is Chetan Bhagat's One Arranged Murder. Well, we'll be speaking about this and we'll be reviewing this book today in our video. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching ATP, that is Among the Pages, where I talk about the books and the content written among their pages. Well, if you are for the first time here, then this is Achyut Murari. I'm a medico from Osmania Medical College first year, and I'm a poet, and I talk about the books only because of my passion. Well, if you are liking my videos, I'll be posting more bookish content on my channel and personality development tips over here. So make sure you are subscribing to my channel. Well, coming to the whole plot and the whole content of this book, well, pretty much the whole thing is summarized here back, and it says the protagonists of this book are Keshav and Saurabh, who were the same characters from this author's previous book, that is A Girl in Row Number 105, and that is Keshav and Saurabh, whereas Keshav is supposed to be the greater person who is having a larger plot character over in this book. Well, the book is starting in a scenario where Keshav and Saurabh are supposed to be great friends, but they do not speak to each other because Keshav has made some bad comments over his friend and his fiancée, that is Prerna, and because of which their friendship is in dwindling position, and Saurabh is actually getting married to Prerna. Prerna is supposed to be from a Punjabi family, and you see there is this whole Punjabi scenario, whole dhoom dhamal of the whole wedding scenario. At that time there is this Karwa Chauth situation, and in that Karwa Chauth, Prerna keeps fasting for Saurabh, and they come to know that the same night Prerna falls from the terrace and is found dead. So that is where the mystery actually starts of, is Prerna really dead because of an accident or it was a murder? Well, this was supposed to be the shorter plot of this book. I had huge expectations from this book primarily because it was supposed to be a crime thriller, an Indian crime thriller to be more emphasizing, and I felt that my adrenals would be in rush. I would be completely in a situation where the content would be in free flow and there will be more non-anticipated things in the plot which is coming forward. But unfortunately, I did not find anything as such. It's a huge single line story with zero narrative skills, and you feel that you have been just told a short season from an Alt Balaji film or an Al Balaji soap operas. The Indian soap operas, you see, they stretch so long for eons and there's absolutely no logic in that, and it feels so cliche. This book pretty much feels that it is like one overstretched episode of a Indian serial. This pretty much sums up the whole thing, that you will be understanding that I did not like this book at all. The good points about this book, I must say, the narrative was pretty much, you see, ethnic one. As an Indian, we can completely relate to the way we speak with each other, the jokey manner, the way we speak or interact with our friends or family. That is pretty much greatly described, but there was some unparliamentary usage of words which I pretty much did not like, because when you're supposed to be publishing a book and it is read by a lot of people, you will be considering people who are from decent families, who are small children also. I don't want to create one such effect on students or children about speaking some unparliamentary words in their day-to-day conversation also. I feel it so. People may differ with my opinions rather, because it happens. And coming to the point, the next important aspect which I pretty much loved in this book was the characterizations were okay, but there was a specific character of Mr. Singh and Mr. Rana, who were the two police officers who are dealing with this case. I loved their way of putting the character forward, their changing thoughts, being as a person and as a police officer, how they need to deal with a lot of context, different perspectives on their everyday lives. Well, these were the only two aspects from which I love this book. And now I'll be beginning with the whole ranting thing, because there are many reasons I did not absolutely love this book, because The first reason is this was supposed to be a promised Indian crime thriller, and it lacked two major concepts, and that was thriller, and there was no crime. In the sense, the two major aspects which were promised to us by the author are missing in that. You were supposed to be getting adrenaline rush when you are reading a thriller. You will be getting in contact with a lot of things which you would not anticipate while you are reading this book. But while you just read the first 50 or 60 pages, you clearly understand that who is a murderer, and you just read the book only because the pages are left over. This is a thick book, I must say. It has about 260 pages, maybe, if I'm not wrong. It has completed 300 pages, guys. And I felt that it's a 300 pages long Indian serial, which is absolutely having no result in that. And there is nothing which you can relate with that. The second point which I did not like about this book is you completely cannot relate with any character in this book. Whenever there's a mishap in this family, we first get into this mind that this might be an accident, because there is nothing as such in Indian societies where we have huge rivalries in everyday aspect except in movies or TV serials. There are no villains with Nagin bindis and huge business tycoons who come and barge into your house to just shoot you right away, or they make huge plans to kill you so that there is no evidence and all that. This doesn't happen in everyday life, and this is what this book is having in that. That is why I have compared this book to a typical Indian serial where one of your family member is making a huge plan to just kill you off. I mean, like, what? What is happening in over here? The author was pretty sure that this must be a murder, and he wrote the whole book thinking that people should also think that this is a murder. In no way must they think that this is an accident or so. And alas, obviously, the author will be proving his own point. At the end of the book, it is supposed to be a murder, and she is being murdered by one of her own family members. If at all you are thinking to be reading one good book on thrillers, then I can personally suggest A Girl with a Dragon Tattoo is awesome. It's literally awesome. The way the construction is there, the way the whole scenario, the whole plot, the whole content which is being put before us is crystal clear with a lot of twists and turns, and we are completely mind blown. Even the movie of Inception is really great. Obviously, these are supposed to be called the crime thrillers, not this. This is not supposed to be called a crime thriller. Nevertheless, it does not have any scenarios or any scenes where you can absolutely get an adrenaline rush. And plot goes so slowly. At about 100th page, you are fine, and from 100 to page number 250, the whole investigation scenario completely fails you. It does not have any feature of any professional investigation sort of going on. You feel that why are you even reading that? And I did not like even that aspect from this book. Nevertheless, I don't think you can waste much of your time on this book. But if you think that at least giving a try on this author's book is great, then please do check out this book. Eventually, I can say I'd be giving 3 stars out of 5, maybe. That's more. Still, I on a base of ethnicity, because it is supposed to be an Indian crime thriller, on a base of ethnicity, I'm trying to give it more points, maybe. 3 out of 5 is still more. Rather, 2 or 2.5 is great, than is more than enough for this sort of book, because it completely lacked the basic two aspects of a crime thriller, that is thriller and crime. And that was my whole review about One Arranged Murder by Chetan Bhagat. If at all you like the way I have been reviewing things or books, then please do make sure you are sharing this video with your near ones and bookish friends, and commenting over this video how you feel when you try to read this book, and subscribe to my channel so that you can get more bookish videos and personality development tips.